still breathe, still pray, still standing tall. I took hits, lost grip, but I never lost call. Had nights with no light, just me in the fight. But God pulled up and said I'm still right. Ain't gotta flex, I'm proof of the plan. Ain't self-made, I was carved by his hand. They threw dirt, but he grew roots. Now I bear fruit, and I speak truth. We regular, kept the faith, still here today. Storms came, but I stayed. Peace reigned, so I prayed. Still walking even through the dust. I'm alive 'cause God got us. He got us when we couldn't get ourselves. When the world left, he stayed. When we broke down, he built up. When we fell off, he caught us. He still got us. Chains broke, doors open, curses cut, faith spoken, every trial, every test. Just another place he showed he's best. We made it through, kept the faith, still here today. They threw shade, he threw light. Right long sleep, but gain the fight. Don't need luck, favor's enough. We still here 'cause God got us.
Oh, I feel it coming. I can't explain it, but I know it's close. That blessing, that breakthrough, that open door. I can't wait. Got that favor in the mail, haven't opened it yet, but I'm dancing like I got the check. Ain't even healed fully from the pain last year, but I feel my answer getting near. Blessing coming in a way I didn't see. Overflow knocking and it's looking for me. It's too good to explain, but I know it's true. God's cooking up something brand new. I can't wait. Oh, it's coming soon. Joy too
back.
big.
We got a different line
He's
right
on the
now.
way. Breakthrough too. I'm
We
praising.
back.
I'm praising like it's already. I don't see it, but I believe.
I appreciate y'all for coming, man. We do this every year. I decided to do it a little different. I decided to do a live stream this year since my live stream's been popping on my channel, man. We finally done hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel, man. Year 5 on my Ancestry DNA. I do this every year, man. For a little backstory for the ones that ain't been here and don't know, I did my Ancestry DNA back in 2020 during the pandemic, and we got the results. My mom, my dad, and me, all three of us, we had did the Ancestry DNA, and I do the update on Juneteenth because that's the first day. That's when I first got my results back. Was on 2020 on Juneteenth. That's when I got my first year results back, my first initial results. So I decided to do it every year on Juneteenth, that I was gonna do a review of my DNA and the history, my family tree, traits, everything which had been updated. So we already done logged in on Ancestry, man. And I tell you, every time I log on this, it be a year later, and it look different every time. And I'm telling you, man, some of y'all might be my cousins. Just go ahead and know that. You know what I'm saying? We might be family down the road. But yeah, man. So right now, I already see something I ain't seen before right here. Hey, my origin right here, Low Tomlinson, man. They're my great-granddaddy. My great-granddaddy or my great-great-granddaddy, one of them. But that's crazy to have a potential ancestor with his name up there. And I ain't even, you know, me and my dad, we were doing some research and figured that out. And to have that, I don't even know what it means yet, but we're going to click on it. But I want to look at my full results. I want to do that first. You know, everybody want to know what's inside you, what your DNA is. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm saying, it's new. It's been a whole year since I've been on here, man. Go check out all my other ones if you want to start from the beginning, from initial, original, all the way up to year 5, which we doing right now, man. I'll put those links in a playlist somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I got 15 ancestral reasons. Even this look different, man. And then it got the map right there, all the areas I'm from. Y'all see under me right there, man. Like, it's crazy that you can click on all these highlighted areas. That's where all my DNA come from, man. It's crazy. So I got 25% Nigerians. They get it down and down, further and further every year, and they break this thing down. So this is crazy. So Nigeria, 25%. Then that's the region right there with the color. Then Ivory Coast, Ghana, 12%. I think that one went up from last year. I ain't watched the video, and then y'all go tell me if y'all watch it. And then being in Togo, 9%. Scotland, 9%. Boy, I got too much white in me. It is what it is, though. Mali, 8%. Central West Africa, 8%. Nigerian Woodlands. I ain't never heard of that. Is that the same place? It's still in Nigeria, but the Woodlands, 6%. I don't know what it is. Senegal, I got 5%. Western Bantu peoples, 5%. German Europe, 4%. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Where is this? I ain't never heard of that. 3%. I got Cameroon, 2%. France. I'm French. 2%. Southern Bantu peoples, 1%. Wales, 1%. Bruh, this is new. This one, Nigerian Woodlands, Central West Africa, all that new. I don't remember none of that from the last time. But let's click on the ethnic group right here. Let's see what this is. It break it down. Okay. It break it down. Your DNA. You share DNA with at least one person in our reference panel who comes from a group below. You may be connected to one or more of these people. Wow. Yeah, this is totally different. They break it down to Pacific Nigerian people. It's a Nigeria as a whole, but then it break it down. It look like it break it down into Pacific people in Nigeria. I don't know if you call them tribes or, I don't think it'd be a tribe. I think it'd be, the different types of African people in the area. That's what I'm thinking. Estimate 25%, but can range from 20 to 30%. Your DNA connects you to one of these ethnic groups. Well, I guess you call them ethnic groups. That's what they use. So, but like, which one would it be? It just say one of. Most of our Nigeria region is tropical with distinct wet and dry seasons. Civilizations such as, I don't even gonna try to pronounce that, man kingdoms. Hey, I ain't African, so, I don't speak it. So I don't know. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. Happy Juneteenth. You from McDonough? That's crazy. That's where I'm at. Don't tell nobody. And being empire thrive here for centuries, relying on the vast river system and extensive coastline for fishing trade, alongside colonial languages like French and English. Indigenous languages are widely spoken and are sometimes the local Liguina, France. I don't even know how to say that. I'm country folk. As in the case of Yoruba and Hatsi, I don't know. Y'all gotta help me, man. Today, many cultural expressions such as food and music reflect a blend of European and African influence, while others include storytelling, sculpture, textiles remain distinctly West African. Yeah, that's crazy. Found potential ancestor. Wow. Break it down by parent. Unlock. I ain't paid for it. I'm going to eventually pay for it and get it back to the point that, my auntie done did it. Get it back to where I could actually deep dive into it, you know what I'm saying? So this is, every year they get deeper and deeper. Like Ancestry done really took it to a whole nother level, man. And they getting deeper and deeper with the DNA and how deep you can go. Early Alabama and Georgian African American. Wow. People with this region all to share these journeys. But yeah, so it's like this the area on the map right now. But yeah, it looked totally different. But what I want to know is, I don't know if y'all know. Let me know. Leave a comment down below if y'all know if Africa or Nigeria or any of these countries over there in Africa, do they have like where you can get your DNA tested over there to, like, if I wanted to go over there and test my DNA with it, could they match me up with somebody else that's, you know, my family that live over there still, you know what I'm saying? Or who I'm related to over there? That's what I want to know. And I ain't talking about just paying. I know it's a little area on here where you can pay Ancestry and they'll do a deep dive, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, you know, that I don't know how much it costs now, you know, with the world going on, tariffs and all that, you know, you gonna timestamp this when I'm talking. So we gonna watch this 5-10 years later, we gonna be like, dang, bro, look how I look then, and then look what's going on in the world. But then, yeah, we got Ivory Coast right here and Ghana, 12%. You know, early French and Portuguese explorers identified sections of West African coast by areas of resources, which is how Cato Dorari, look, I apologize if they real famous and I don't know. But yeah. So we got all that right there. Just going through the area. I ain't gonna go through all of them. Being in Togo, 9%. Then, like, see all these different people right there. Then what we're talking about, the ethnic group, with Pacific ethnic group would I be considered in if I got my DNA tested over there in Africa, and they could, you know, pinpoint like a physical relative that I'm related to, like. And then Scotland, bro, you know, that's my white side. That's my white side. You know, just about everybody got a little bit of everybody in them. You know, it ain't too many, two per. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just straight from over there in or Scotland or Africa. You know, if you in America, you might be mulatto or you might be a little mixed. You know what I'm saying? But Mali, 8%. But yeah, it nice, it real nice. Then they right here. Then they break it down like, but I like how they, like, I don't have to. I ain't trying to make this video stupid long, but you know, I'm gonna have to, when I pay for it again and I actually can go deeper, then I probably go live again and then dive deep. We'll probably be on here 2, 3, 4 hours, man. Me looking at stuff. When I get interested, Central West Africa, 8%, like that. But you know, we done broke it down on the DNA. Then let's see what the journeys is. 3 ancestral journeys. Ooh, y'all can't really see it like that. It's cool. Got Louisiana, Mississippi, but I got a big Oklahoma, big range right there. Early Alabama and Georgian African Americans. Then they got my dad. This person in your tree may have been part of this journey. Yup, my dad right there. And then North Carolina Africans. Early Southern Africans. I'm straight from the South. Straight from the South. What's going on? Yeah, this lie a little different from what y'all used to, but hey, I've been doing it every year. I always do it on Juneteenth, so that's what we doing. Your origin by parent, yeah, I think you got to pay for this. Let's see, matches. Ooh, okay. Wow, some people I don't know. My mom and dad right there. My auntie, my cousin, and apparently 2 more cousins I ain't know I never had. I ain't never met them, seen these people names or met them ever. I don't think. First cousin or half uncle. Wow. First cousin 1 time removed or half first cousin. First cousin 1 time removed or half grand aunt. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. If y'all see y'all name, just know I ain't reading no names, but just know we cousins. That's all I'm gonna say. What you talking about? Juice? What you talking about? Appreciate you. Happy Juneteenth. You know, I'm doing it a little different. We live right now. But yeah, you see your name, just know we cousins. Some type of way. I'm just strolling. I ain't even gonna go to the second page. I ain't trying to, you know, expose nobody's name or that. But I'm just looking. Yeah, these the most, you know, on the front, these be the most ones you related to. Second cousin, 1 time removed. Wow. Like close family. Like I'm gonna have to look into 2 of these names at least. So it's gonna be like, bruh. It's gonna be like, bruh, traits, let's go. This what always get me right here, man. This always get me right here, cause it be like, you think your traits, you get traits from your DNA. That's crazy. First of all, I don't even know what you talking about. I don't even know who that is. I look like me and Eddie James. That's who I look like. But anyway, the traits, man, you be surprised that you get certain traits from your DNA, and the ones you think you might be better in or have, your DNA might tell a whole different story. And that was, in this case, last year when they first put this up here. That's what it was. Playing music by ear, unlikely to play music by ear. Yeah. Probably can't do that. Alcohol flush, face does not flush. Less likely. I don't drink alcohol anyway. Artist, more artistic. Exactly. Y'all already know that music y'all seen or heard in the beginning. That is all my music. You can't find that nowhere else. I ain't released it yet. It's coming soon though. I'm trying to get set up Spotify so y'all can go download it and I'll make some money off of it. But hey, renewed gospel coming soon. Go subscribe to Godflix Network. Go ahead. Look, you can do it if you want to. I ain't saying you got to, but it's interesting. You need to know where you come from. That's all I'm gonna say. And then while your folks still here, your grandmama, your great grandma, they still here, you gonna have to know some names. Cause I want to show you my tree in a minute. I want to show you my family tree in a minute, and I want to tell you why you need some of the older people to go ahead and tell you some names, or you need to have stuff wrote down so you can, cause you can only go back so far without having names, and then you start guessing. But I'll break that down a little later if you stay long enough. Appreciate you for watching. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about that money man you already know. And then asparagus are unable to smell. Asparagus unable to smell. I don't know what that is. Athletic ability, more naturally athletic. I sure am. Birth weight, average size as a newborn. Okay. Bitter sensitivity, unable to taste a certain bitter flavor. Low sensitivity. Caffeine intake, likely to drink a lot less caffeine than average. I sure do. Besides sweet tea. Cavities, likely to get wow. I don't even know what this is. Unlikely to enjoy. I don't even know what that is. Cleft chin, unlikely to have a cleft chin. Nope. Competitiveness. Wow. Unlikely to be competitive. That's completely false. I'm way competitive, bro. I compete in almost anything. Dancing, more likely to enjoy dancing. Yeah, when I hit my moonwalk. desire to succeed, likely motivated to success. That's what I'm on this YouTube for. That's why this grind getting harder, and I'm going harder on this grind. That's why we about to get in these stocks. That's why we about to get in this AI. That's why we about to get in this everything, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to get successful in every way possible. Determination, more adaptable, unlikely to have dimples. I sure don't. Likely to prefer doing things with people less. Yeah, I like doing things. I can do stuff on my own. Ear wiggling. I can't wiggle my ears. Earlobes, unattached earlobes. Earwax, wet. Yeah, it is. Eye color, dark eyes. Yep. Facial hair fullness. Jeans for fuller facial hair. Fuller facial hair. Yeah, we kind of full right here. You know, I ain't got no patches. It don't connect completely, but I ain't got no patches. Finger lead, index finger longer than ring finger. Yup. Flat feet. Nah, my feet ain't flat. Unlikely to focus easily. I can focus. Unlikely to have freckles. Nope. Getting stronger. Unlikely to get stronger easily. They a lie. They a lie. Just worked out this morning. Gold setter. Unlikely to be a gold. I sure don't. I quit doing that. Hair color dark. Hair strand thickness. Thick hair. Okay. Maybe I won't go bald quick. Hair tight. Hair with tight curls. Hey, when I did grow my hair out for a whole year, and I undid it. My mama had plaited it up, and when I undid it, that man was so curly. Well, I like this look. Eye hand coordinate, unlikely to have good high ankle. That's crazy. I do. Hangriness, unlikely to get hangry. That's actually a word. I thought that was just something they made up. Cause I'm hungry right now though, but I ain't mad. Heart rate recovery, quicker recovery rate. Okay. Athletic, heat tolerance, holding your breath, individual or team sport. Likely to prefer team sport. Yep. I play football, jumping high, likely to jump higher. Yep. I'm an athletic leader, more likely to take the lead. Yep. Making contact with the ball, easy to make contact. Yep. Male hair loss. Genes for higher chances of hair loss. Sheesh. Yeah, I probably just seen it. Yeah, they updated it. They did this. It wasn't like this before. It was not like this before. Like they done updated and all this type of stuff. This is new. This wasn't even on here last year. But all these traits like that, they didn't break it down like this. It looked totally different. Like I said, go watch my old videos, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Like the whole website is different. Everything is different. Less attracted to mosquitoes. That's good. Motion sickness. Muscle fatigue. Muscle tired at an average rate. Yup. Omega-3. Average levels. I ain't gonna go through all that. I'm just looking pain tolerant, pet ownership. The only pet I got is a turtle. I had a dog years ago, but now I just got a turtle. And I know, why you got a pet turtle? The last time I went fishing, I caught a turtle. That was 20 years ago. So, yeah. About 25 years ago, my turtle old. But physical strength, naturally stronger. Okay, playing an instrument. I can play the drums a little bit. Pick a eater. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Certain stuff I don't like. Remembering dreams, yup. Skin pigmentation. Dang, sun sneezing. Sun sneezing? What? Unibrow? My vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, that's all new. Watching sports. Wisdom teeth. Like to do all four. Yeah, I got all them pulled already. But yeah, I won't get all four. Vitamin A, vitamin B12, low. We're average. Alright, that 87 traits right there. Yeah, that's way more than what they had I think it was like 12 when they first did it. When I first did it, I think it was like 12. So DNA, I got 24 new people on my matches. 16,500 cousins. Wow. That matches though. Great, but you might be messing around with your cousin and you don't even know it. Might be 6 times removed though. Hey, but it is what it is. All right, well, now we finally looking at the family tree, man. Let me see what it look like on the camera. Let me move my camera real quick so we can see this on a bigger scale. But that's what I was talking about. So like when you start getting back here on this end, then that's when it start getting thinner and thinner far as the names, and then especially if you with your black side, if you're black, or your minority side, then it's gonna get hard because back before 1860, they counted slaves as an age and a number. They didn't write their name down. So if the further you go back after 1860, it's gonna get harder and harder to find somebody's name. That's why I said you gotta have names. You gotta start writing down names. Get to some of your old folk to see who names they remember. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of this stuff might not be accurate anyway with the names they give you, because the DNA gonna tell it all. So Billy Bob over there, say his daddy Joe Billy, come to find out that ain't his daddy. Or your great granddaddy, like mine, had got married twice and had 2 sets of kids by 2 different women. So he had like 14 kids, 7 with one woman, 7 with another. And how about both of their names were Mary? I was like, that's crazy. I was like, granddaddy, what is you doing? What is you doing? I think that was on my mama's side too. But yeah, but this right here on my dad's side, which y'all looking at right now, so it go back far as Andrew Lewis right there. I ain't adding nothing else, and y'all already know. Yeah, they did that back then. That's crazy. Yup, that's why I say you gotta learn your history. Not just black history, but your own history. That's what I'm saying. So like Andrew Lewis, yep, he the other skin folk. He was white. He had a son named John Lewis. And then John Lewis had a son named James Farrell Lewis. All them the other skin folk. All them white. Right there, these 3. That's where my Scotland come from and my German Europe. James Farrell Lewis. So, what this story is, what I found out, James Farrell Lewis had a son named Abe Lewis. And y'all would say, well, Abe Lewis white. No, he's not. Abe Lewis was mulatto. Abe Lewis' mama was black. And the thing about this is, James Farrell at the time, you see, 1803 to 1865, he 4th great grandfather. This again, we can pull up the picture right there. Right there, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm looking at my 4th great grandfather right now. That is crazy. Look at that. Do we look alike? But back to the story. So, like I said, 1803 to 1865. Now, Abe Lewis is his son. And the thing about Abe Lewis is he was mulatto, black. And the reason why I know his name is you can see he was born in 1840. Now, I don't know when he died, but you see he was born in 1840. And like I just told you, before 1860, they had slaves as an age and a number. They age and whatever age group they in, from 20 to 25, female, they'll put 1, 2, 3, how many ever it is. They ain't never write this on the census now. The census. They ain't never write their name down. So in this instance, James Lewis, he actually claimed Abe Lewis as his son on the census. So if I go to the census, you probably ain't gonna pull up. But if I go to the census and I put up James Farrell Lewis, and they're gonna have his wife, his white wife, and his white kids, and Abe Lewis' name gonna be on there too. So Abe got claimed by his dad, which he had with a black woman, a slave probably. Abe Lewis got claimed under his father. That's the first time I done seen that. I done heard of it before, but to be in my tree, to have Abe Lewis' dad be white and his mom black in 1840, and he actually claimed him as his son, that is amazing. But they say twin brother. So she had twins? I'm just going based off what they said. And they was in Georgia. They got James Farrell Lewis with 37 and his mother with 20. Had 3 sons and $7 with Clara Lewis between 1860 and 1874. He had 1 brother. So he had, what is that? 10 kids with Clara. That his wife, and had twins with the black, the slave lady. One of my grandmamas. Wow. See, that's new. I ain't know that. That's why I say, I ain't know that. Go back to the tree. See? But if you on the white side, got white in you, whatever, you find that out, you can go back farther with the white side because they actually documented all the way back to Europe, London, whatever you from over there. They done documented that all the way back. But if you start getting to your black side or back in slavery time, before 1860, it's going to get hard. It's going to get real hard. You ain't going to be able to find too many. See, the farthest I went back was my great grandma right here. I don't even know her name. You know what I'm saying? I don't know her name, but we just know she had a son. Well, in this case, twins with Abe Lewis. I read that wrong. Abe had 3 sons and 7 daughters with his wife. I read that wrong. And then, so they had one of the daughters with Mary Jane Lewis. That's who I'm coming from. One of the daughters, Mary Jane Lewis, which married Henry Andrew Holloway. And then they had Henry C. Holloway. Then he had my grandma, which is my dad's mom, Mary Holloway. Mary Elizabeth. No, Mary Holloway. My auntie named Mary Elizabeth. They had the same name. One of my dad's sisters is also named Mary. But then my dad and then me. So that's where I came from on the Abe Lewis side. And you see how it maneuvers. And I ain't even doing, I'm just on the outside. But to get all these names, like I said, you got to have other names to get these names. But you got to start back here. You start with you, then you go to your mama and your daddy, then you go to their parents, and then that's how it's gonna branch out all the way till you get deeper and deeper. And then, like I said, after you get past, if you don't know those names, past your mama, your grandparents, then they're gonna get a little harder. But it get a little harder, but it get a little easier at the same time. That makes sense because it'll be more documentation. It'll be way more documentation on your great grandparents than your great great. You know what I'm saying? So some of these names right here, I ain't saying they wrong, cause we done did the research. That's why you see all these right here, these little hints. That means they little hints on there. So a lot of these names is accurate. Cause like I said, you gotta pay for it, read all these documents, and then you can look at the census from that year, from every 10 years, you can look at the census. Then you can see who lived next to who lived in the same household, or who done moved or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I think it was George Wade right here. I think it was him, the one I was talking about that had the 2 different wives. Nah, they name was Mary. It might be Dylan. It might be Johnson Whitehead. It might have been him. I can't remember. But I want to go back to this right here, Low Thomason with the hints. Hold on, let me go back to the beginning real quick, cause it was down here. And they done changed it up. Laura Goodman, potential ancestor. But let me go back to Low, cause that's why I wanted to go dive deeper on his side, cause I couldn't get it. I couldn't get Low. And this would be granddaddy, great granddaddy, great great granddaddy. That would be my great great. So he was born in 1836. And the hint, and I couldn't find who his dad name was, but it looked like they done got something on here. Okay, look at this, 1867, November 25th. Court, land, wills, and financials. Can we look at it? Wow. Y'all looking at a document from 1865. Let's zoom in. See? Got a name right there. What is this? It might be a little older, ain't it? Nah, 1867. November 25th, 1867, they look like. That's crazy. And then they got Low Tomlinson, and they say, I can't tell, employee. It say employee. Colored employee. Wow. Wow. This my first time seeing this. And then I'm trying to make it out. I don't know. It look like chicken scratch a little bit. It look like it's a win compliment. I don't know, of Tomlinson. That look like corn is maybe exhausted, and Walter something. I don't know. Can y'all read it? I don't know. I can see Tomlinson a couple times, but I can't make out what it is. But I know it's like December 15, 1867. And something settled. So I guess it was an agreement or something. I don't know. That look like property furnished. Or furnished too? I don't know. It's hard to make out. Affected, believe. I'm just trying to see. Let's get all back up here. When. Maybe they're supposed to be completed. Or I don't know. Something of Tomlinson. So I don't know what that is. They look like corn is exhausted, and Walter something, maybe divide, order something to Walter to divide accurately, and insurance, I don't know, or something, place Tomlinson, something in secret place. I don't know, bro. But that's crazy. But it looked like it more than one. Not with low on there, but okay, it got colored employee over here, and one colored employee right there too. And then it just say settled. Dang, I clicked on the wrong thing. But this the first document I done seen with his name on it. That's crazy. Ancestry. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. That's crazy. And you just save it to your tree like that. Now every time you click on it, it's gonna come up. Okay, it's gonna come up for your review, and then when you click on it and you read it just like I did, oh, that might be him. So I just save it to my tree, so now every time it'll come up. Ain't no pictures. Wouldn't be no pictures. But yeah, so. Oh, boy. That's why I say you can be on here 3-4 hours just looking. And then, yeah, I had an uncle, a great great uncle named Happy. Yep. His name was actually Happy Tomlinson. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, though. Oh, they got property taxes on here now. See, like I said, 1870 census, 1880, 1900. But like I told you, before 1860, you ain't had no census like that. It was only numbers. Marriage. View image. Let's see. See, they ain't gonna let me do it. I figured that. They ain't gonna let me look at none of these. Let's see what this one is. They probably ain't gonna let me look at that one. Nope. They ain't gonna let me look at it. That's why I need y'all to super chat, donate, so I can get it for 6 months. And if y'all like the video, I can go dive deeper. It look like y'all, I got 9 in here. Look like y'all enjoying it. I don't know. I know I've been on here. I ain't want to be on it. Did the longest one I done did. But that's just because I'm live though. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, you can go real deep into it. Man. But like I said, you got all these documents I can look through and all that type stuff. And actually like dive deep. Then some people, you might be connected with or cousin with, they'll send you a message or whatever. Great grand uncle. Great grand uncle. Third great grandfather. Jacob Gaston. Jim Guy Stewart. Upcoming birthday. That's new. remembrance, birthdays, that's new. That's really new. And then they got the hints, all the hints. I got 9 on my granddad and my mama daddy. Wow. Let me find one more thing before I get off. So, they gotta know your pet DNA now. I don't know where it would be at. Maybe you'll have to subscribe to where they do that real deep dive. But yeah, so that's it. This year 5 in the books. This year 5 in the books. AncestryDNA year 5 in 2025. Hey man, we done came a long way. Year 6 next year on Juneteenth. If not before then, I'll have it. And we'll do another live. And I'll review, deep dive into it. And hey man, we'll get into it like that. But it is what it is. Hey, stay tuned, bro. I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button for another episode of That Money Man You Already Know on the DNA. Y'all already know what time it is.
Oh, I feel it coming. I can't explain it, but I know it's close. That blessing, that breakthrough, that open door. I can't wait. Got that favor in the mail, haven't opened it yet, but I'm dancing like I got the check. Ain't even healed fully from the pain last year, but I feel my answer getting near. Blessing coming in a way I didn't see. Overflow knocking and it's looking for me. It's too good to explain, but I know it's true. God's cooking up something brand new. I can't wait. Oh, it's coming soon. Joy too big. I might dance out the room. Peace on the way. Breakthrough too. I'm praising like it's already. I don't see it, but I believe it. I ain't touch it, but I can feel it. Something good on the way, and I can't wait.
He did it before, he gon' do it again. That blessing been loaded, it's about to descend. I pray with tears, now I smile with praise, cause I know I'm close to my overflow day.
I'm shouting early, I ain't gotta see proof, cause faith celebrates before it comes through. So if you wonder why I'm acting so wild, I'm waiting on the Lord like a kingdom child. I can't wait. Oh, it's coming soon. Doors about to open. Blessings in the room. Peace, promotion. Overflow. God's about to let it go. I ain't stressed, I'm celebrating. Holy Spirit got me elevating. Something good on the way, and I can't wait.
I ain't waiting to see it to praise him for it. I ain't waiting to get it to shout about it. If he said it, it's already mine. And when it hits, you gon' hear me thank him like I already knew.
Joy's got a delivery date. Breakthroughs on the truck. Glory's in transit. And I'm already praising. So I can't